Miss Keith, we have a dragnet out covering half the country. We're doing everything possible to locate the professor.
Of course you are. These are the federal agents who are to share the office until Professor Clayton is found. Mr. Evans, Mr. Worth, this is Professor Williams, associate of Professor Clayton.
Hello.
How do you do?
Glad to know you, Professor Williams. I recall seeing your name on the report to the police.
Deplorable situation. Count on me for any assistance I can give.
Well, thank you. I understand you and Miss Keith accompanied Professor Clayton on a recent archaeological expedition to Abistan.
That's right.
Yes, I've been Professor Clayton's chief assistant for several years.
Well, suppose you tell me something about the expedition. Any incident that might be odd or suspicious.
I don't recall anything out of the way. We made a number of important discoveries, but they were purely of scientific value.
This is what I wanted to show you. I came upon it this morning quite by accident.
A statue.
Not just an ordinary statue, my dear. Note the two right hands. This is Kurigal the First, around whom all the legends and superstitions of ancient Abistan have originated.
An astonishing discovery.
This is merely an indication, a clue. The real discovery is yet to come.
Ah! Wait a minute!
What is it, Professor Clayton?
One of the objects I've been searching for, I hope. Golden hand. Ancient symbol of power and wealth as prophesied by Kurigal.
Let me see it. Aren't there age-old legends to the effect that there exists a pair of golden hands that clasp together exactly as seen on that statue?
Yes. Eternal token of peace and brotherhood. But there are many legends. Perhaps the strange markings and picture writing on this palm will explain them. I'll make a copy of the hieroglyphics.
We returned the golden hand to its resting place and departed, leaving everything just as we found it. Here's the copy Professor Clayton made of the inscriptions on the palm of the golden hand.
Can either of you decipher these hieroglyphics?
No.
Professor Clayton had intended to begin work on the translations just before he was kidnapped.
There may be a key among Professor Clayton's papers that'll help in the translation.
His notes on the expedition are filed in the storeroom. I could make a careful check through those.
Do that, please.
All right.
I'm going down to the car and get the rest of the equipment.
Fine.
Seems to be in the storage room. This way. Dr. Williams!
Enter. Where is Williams? Didn't you get him?
No. Barely got away myself with a federal man by the name of Dave Worth on my heels.
You're being well paid to accomplish results, Gordon.
Not well enough to risk my neck for something I don't know anything about.
Curiosity was not part of our bargain. You agreed to do your job and no questions asked.
Sure, but I quit when the Fed stepped into the picture. I don't like fighting them for something I don't understand. Either you let me in on your little game or I quit.
Come with me.
What's that thing?
A hand of solid gold. I've guarded it carefully ever since it secretly came into my possession, hoping that someday I'd find its mate.
It must be worth something.
It holds the secret of untold treasure in gold and jewels. Treasure whose lure can bring all the fanatic believers in its legend crawling obediently at my feet.
Now you're talking my language. Where's this treasure located?
Somewhere in Avestan.
Where do I come in?
You will help me with your connections. With such wealth, we'll be able to incorporate the underworld into an organization of followers such as this world has never known.
Underworld Incorporated, huh?
Underworld Incorporated.
What are we waiting for? You've already got one of the hands. Let's get started.
It isn't quite that easy. Only the holder of both hands can learn its hiding place. According to information furnished by Professor Clayton, Williams holds that mate in his possession.
Maybe Clayton's lying.
A man doesn't lie with stark horror on his face and cold fear in his eyes.
I see what you mean. Don't worry. We'll figure out a way to get that other hand, or Williams, one of the two.
I already have it planned. The afternoon mail delivered to the museum will include a letter to Professor Williams.
Williams speaking.
Listen closely. Go to 209 Commercial Street tonight at 8 o'clock. Alone. Tell no one of these arrangements. Is that clear?
Yes.
This is an answer to that telegram you sent for me this morning. This may mean something. Avestan Council reports recent escape from country of dangerous subject. Female fanatic known as Nyla, believed to be in America.
Maybe she's linked with that hoodlum you tried to catch in the car.
Well, at least it's a lead to go on.
There were rumors of this, Nyla, during Professor Clayton's expedition. You remember Professor Williams?
Well, Nyla may be in this country because of that expedition.
I don't understand.
Well, she is classified as a fanatic, remember? And something evidently happened in Avestan to account for Clayton's kidnapping and the attack on Professor Williams. Oh, by the way, it reminds me, did you find anything in Clayton's papers that might give us a key to deciphering the hieroglyphics?
There on the desk. I've got to file these.
That's odd. I wonder what's wrong with Williams.
He seemed all right up till now. Do you think that blow he got on the head could have...
No, it wasn't hard enough. Did anything unusual happen while I was gone?
No, not that I know of. He and I were alone here until the afternoon mail delivery.
Well, there's something wrong. Well, these aren't Clayton's notes. There's nothing here.
Here's part of his mail. An invitation from the Archaeology Club.
That's strange. I didn't get one, and I'm usually invited.
Well, maybe this is a special occasion. It's marked RSVP. There's his reply.
Evidently, Professor Williams is planning to attend.
Hello, Archaeology Club? I'd like some information on a dinner you're sponsoring by mailed invitation. What? Oh, I see. Thank you. You weren't overlooked. The Archaeology Club is sponsoring no such dinner and sent out no invitations. This must be a fake. Faint odor, vaguely familiar. Evans and I'll take this down to the medical examiner's office. Phone ahead and ask him to wait. Otherwise, we may miss them. It's getting late.
Certainly.
Keep an eye on Williams while I'm gone. If he tries to leave, stall him.
I'll do my best.
Get going. We've got to get back to the museum.
Okay, Dave, give. What did you and the medical examiner discover on that envelope besides an address?
Kulara, a rare oriental herb.
Never heard of it.
Very few people have. Listen. Kulara, a medicinal plant that dulls the mental processes, may incite fanatical strength. Used experimentally in 1891 by Johann Bieberman in surgery. Origin, ancient Abistan.
Abistan? Again, eh? Everything points to Professor Clayton and his expedition.
Evidently, the juice of the plant was smeared on the gummed flaps of the return envelope.
I see.
There is an antidote, however, and I have it. Step on it, Evans. We may be able to get some information out of Williams as he comes out of the trance.
Now this one, Professor.
I can't spare any more time. I'm leaving now.
He'll be all right. I just gave him an antidote. Williams. Williams. You were leaving. Where were you going?
209 Commercial Street.
Stay with him until I get back. I'm going to keep Professor Williams' appointment.
Say curiosity killed a cat. Maybe it could have the same effect on feds. This way. This isn't the man I expected, but he'll do. Frisk him.